Hi, my name is Gregor Wilkie, and I study forest science at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. In this tutorial, I'm about to show you how to tell the difference between white, black, and green ash, America's top 3 most common ash species. I'm hoping by that at the end of this tutorial, even a novice will be able to ID between these 3 types of trees. So I came down to this bottomland section of woods so I could find our bottomland dwelling ash species, green and black ash, both of which we can find in this neck of the woods. And I'm going to show you the main differences between them. You'll typically notice that black ash is the smaller ash species, as we see this one that I'm zooming in on right here. They're smaller at maturity, whereas green ash at maturity gets pretty large. So does white ash, but green ash is usually a bigger, thicker, more desirable species to have, whereas black ash just never seems to get that big. This is a mature black ash. The bark is flaky. You can see that it flakes, it's grain texture, but it's mostly flaky. Whereas over here we have a green ash. This is the green ash, and you'll notice that the bark is much more fissured. There is depth to the bark here, 1/4 inch, in between the beveled bark, whereas the black ash just over there remains flaky and not quite as deeply fissured as the green ash. Black ash also commonly have exposed roots hanging out of the tree, like you can see here. And you'll notice a lot of these lenticels. They have these flaky, kind of white growths on the roots that are also very characteristic of black ash. If you see these, right away you can tell that it's a black ash. Now our green ash here has the exposed roots like that black ash, but you'll notice that all of them white, flaky lenticels are not on the roots. Another trick of the trade between telling white and green ash apart is that white ash have smoother bark on their younger growth when they're younger and on the upper branches. Upper branches of a white ash are typically flat and smooth, whereas branches on a green ash typically have thicker, flakier bark that is not smooth. So you can just look at upper limbs to be able to tell a white ash from a green ash. Black ash's name is derived from one of 2 reasons. One being, supposedly when you look at the bottom side of the leaves under forest canopy, it's supposed to be so dark looking that they called the tree black ash. Now, give or take, I don't really see that, but one of the most defining features of a black ash are its buds. Now, if we look at the black ash buds, they are, well, black. Black buds. They look like little chocolate chips, and that's one of the most defining features of the black ash. Really gives it away if you can see these buds. The green ash and the white ash do not have buds like this. Now, as you can hopefully see, the green ash buds are more of a rustic brown. They're a little bit less pronounced on a green ash tree, and they're not quite that big chocolate chip looking bud that you see on a black ash. But now we're going to separate white and green ash by the look of a leaf scar. And to get the leaf scar, I'm going to rip off a little leaflet here at the base of the twig, break it off just like this. Then look at the shape of the leaf scar, which is right here. On a green ash, this will be a D-shaped. It's like a D on its side, D-shaped leaf scar. This is typical of green ash trees and is one of the best identifying features if you have the leaves available to you. In the winter and in the fall, you're not going to be able to tell by this method, so you'll have to use features such as the bark to tell. But if you have leaves on the tree, this may be the best way to tell. Now we're looking at the leaflets of a white ash tree. The buds are very similar in color and composition to the green ash. So we're going to rip a leaflet off and look for the leaf scar to be able to tell this apart. go ahead, grab a leaflet, break it off, snap it off, and this right here will be your distinguishing feature. Whereas the green ash leaf scar looked like a D, this one is more of a C-shaped, more of a kind of upside down smiley face. Here we have a green ash leaflet, white ash leaflet, and black ash leaflet. Now, a green ash leaflet is typically the smallest. It has 5 to 7 leaves. A white ash is typically a little bit bigger and typically has 7 to 9 leaves. A black ash usually has the biggest leaflet and also has 7 to 9 leaves on a leaflet. Green ash has the darkest sheen, the darkest leaves on the surface. White ash is named for the color, the silvery white underneath the leaves here. That's how white ash got its name. Green ash, you can see, is darker than the white ash underneath, and so is black ash. It's much more green, whereas this is much silvery and whiter. Well, that's it for the tutorial, guys. I hope you guys all have fun IDing some ash trees.